Welcome to your February reading. So, since I'm just starting to get back into the groove of doing these readings again, we're going to make it short and sweet this time. We're going to start off by getting a Power of Surrender card. I love these. I've actually been using these a lot for myself as well. And then we're going to do some tarot and see where you guys are with February. Welcome to Aquarius season. Surrender your addictions. This is what we have. Surrender your addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. This is definitely something I've learned in like the last 2 years for sure. When I found out that I was sick, even more, I recognized, and you guys, we have to have grace with ourselves, right? Like, we're not perfect individuals. Nobody is a perfect individual. So being really graceful with yourself while you're surrendering to that. Like, I have had a huge Diet Coke addiction since since I started, like, I went on a diet to lose weight after having my second son. And since then, I've had this Diet Coke addiction, and that's like one of the worst addictions that you can have. Like, argue with me. It's really, that one's a difficult one. I was a smoker for 23 years, like, really, and I think one of the biggest ways that I learned how to surrender my own addictions was just loving my body. Reiki was really helpful as well. Becoming a Reiki master did some pretty amazing things for me. So it definitely feels like you guys are ending a cycle. And part of that is the cycle in your own mind. We've got 4 cards here. We have the World, which was the first card that came out. So right off the bat, you guys are really, really in your heads, like strongly in your heads about closing out a cycle. And it's a cycle that has been driving you crazy. Even if it's not showing on the outside that it's driving you crazy, the 8 of Swords is very much a self-imposed imprisonment of the mind. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. And then we have the 10 of Swords. Now, what's interesting, like, when this Surrender Your Addictions card came out, I almost was like, okay, maybe I should stop this video and try again, because it can be so taboo to talk about such dark things that happen in our lives, but we're human, right? And living in our humanity is the greatest place to be in. And we can't live in our own humanity and be honest with ourselves if we're not digging really deep, right? So, and that's what this reading really, really feels like. I feel like you have been very patient for some of the seeds that you've been planting. These addictions could also be like the beliefs that are in your head. Like, you may even just be addicted to your thoughts or addicted to drama in some way, or wanting to create drama in your life to feel. I mean, that's an actual real thing that people do. Like, I'll watch dramatic shows. Like, right now, my obsession is Desperate Housewives. If you guys haven't seen Desperate Housewives, and the funny thing is there's no way that show could be made during this day and age, because people are really sensitive about so many topics and so many things, and that entire show is literally just about like killing each other and having sex with each other and other people's husbands, and like, it is just all the sin, all, the religious sin, right? So this February feels like a really deep month for you guys. The 7 of Pentacles, and then we have the 10 of Swords here. So there's definitely a cycle that's closing. I don't want to take away how frustrating this could feel for you. A lot of times we're projecting though, like I feel like that 8 of Swords is projecting that 10 of Swords is going to be worse than it actually is good. Our minds, we're such imaginative beings, right? Our minds are going to create stories for, whatever fears and programs and conditionings that we've had as far back as being children. So let's see where we go from here. Let's see what the world is. Okay. There we go. Sun, moon, and rising, remember. All right, they didn't want to get a card for the 10 of Swords quite yet, so we'll look at that here. Oh, here we go. See? So there's a chapter in your life. It's time for you to close out. And once I don't really want to use the word allowed because I don't want you to feel like you are, there's that control issue. I don't want you to feel like you have to hold back on something, but giving yourself permission to enjoy life. I feel like that's what this cycle is completing. We have the 6 of Wands, and people are really giving you the benefit of the doubt right now. People are really giving you the credit for who you are and where you've been and what's been going on. And then we have the Hierophant on the 8 of Swords. For some of you, this is about a marriage, or it's about a partnership that you were very invested in. For some of you, the understanding of getting out of your own way is elevating you spiritually. For some of you, you're dealing with a Taurus that's driving you crazy. I've been there. I've dealt with a couple of Taurians in my life. Taurus is my 8th house, so they always drive me crazy. But they always elevate me too at the same time, so you can't hate on them, right? So, but there's this feeling that you're trapped in your own mind and freedom is available to you. The 6 of Wands here is literally saying freedom is available to you if you get out of your own way. So often we sabotage ourselves, right? Because we think that we're doing the right thing. Some of us think we're doing the right thing just by waiting for the other person or the other situation to shift and change. That's not always the case. Sometimes it's not best to wait. Sometimes we got to take action. The seeds that you're planting right now, and see, here's the very important part. These seeds that you're planting are bringing you to happiness. And all you have to do is recognize. Just recognize it and allow it to happen and allow it to come to you. So let's see. For some reason, the cards didn't want to clarify the 10 of Swords before. So let's look at this. You could even have an addiction to codependency. There can be an addiction to the relationship you're in. Could be an addiction to the job that you're in. Okay, so there's something that's ending with the Earth sign, with this Taurus energy. The King of Pentacles on the 10 of Swords. That makes a lot of sense. So, this is not a time to bring the old ways of doing things into the new energy. We can say that every single year, but I'll tell you, and I was really talking I was talking about this with a friend of mine, that there's no way to bring old ideals and old beliefs and old patterns into the new energy, into this new world. And the more you try to do it, the more you try to drag the old over the line into this new space that we're in, the harder it's going to be to get there, and the harder it's going to be to be able to live life. So I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. My February calendar is open if you'd like to get a reading with me. And I also have a Saturn in Pisces reading for those of you going into your Saturn return with Saturn in Pisces. Or if you have Pisces placements, Saturn in Pisces reading is going to be really advantageous for you. So Saturn will move into Pisces on March 7th. I'll be offering readings through February for that, and probably even into March. I'll give the opportunity to do that. But take care of yourselves this month, the rest of this month, this last week of January, and as we get into February. And remember that, like, the choice to get out of your own way and to stop sabotaging, like, that's freedom in itself right there. So I love you guys. Have a wonderful February. Bye.